Hello, and welcome to episode 61 of the podcast. It is Clarky here with Phil.
Hello!
So over the next couple of weeks, basically, we're going to do a wee surprise episode. So basically, I'm going to start this one. Phil doesn't know what I'm going to talk about. And then next week...
Oh, no pun. No pun there.
Not this time.
No.
And then next week, Phil will do the same for me. So
He thinks, anyway.
Well, I hope.
This will be the first ever in the series and the very last in the series.
Yeah, so basically, I think we'll just crack on with this one. I'm going to leave all puns out. It's going to be a complete surprise until about 20 seconds into the episode.
Okay.
So, we'll leave you there and we hope you enjoy.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's like saying. It's like saying.
Do you have any idea what I'm going to talk about at all?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
How do you know? No, am I joking?
That's the end. That one.
Surprise! No,
It's 12 seconds long. 14, 16, 17, 18. See?
Sorry, we're done.
Carry on.
Okay, so...
No, I don't agree.
What,
It's going to be a negative one. No, whatever you're talking about, I do not agree. It's over.
Do you have any nice memories in the snow?
No.
No? Well, that's what we're going to talk about.
Nice memories in snow.
Yeah. Like from...
I've had well, it's not really a nice memory, but I remember a time when I had the scooter. I think I probably told you before.
Same scooter, yeah.
Yeah. Slid in the snow. Did like a little burnout in the snow and just went went in my
Feels
hole.
cool doing burnout. But
Wasn't much of a burnout, more like a that's all you heard.
I'm gonna teach you about snow a wee bit. And then like for example, do you know how a snowflake's made?
Yeah.
No. There's no machine up there.
No, it's like it's whenever like condensation hits and then there's like a combustion of God's willy, just slap on a cloud or something or whatever it is. That's assuming God's gender.
Oh dear.
Can't be doing that.
It's so much better than what's actually real. So
okay. Okay.
So in short,
that's not
so
talk about God's willy like that.
The snowflake basically begins to fall. So obviously it needs to be cold, right? Obviously. So the droplet will freeze onto a pollen or dust particle in the sky.
Yeah.
And then that'll create an ice crystal which will then start to fall.
So like a bubble does whenever it falls on the snow?
Sort of, but like the water basically it'll find something that's basically it'll grab onto, then it'll start to fall, it'll freeze.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is on the way down, water vapor then starts to freeze onto it. Yeah. Which is where you get the wee points from.
Oh.
So like that middle is the body, and then the rest sort of builds out. So basically,
like a spider.
Yeah. And
cool.
The ice crystals are always symmetrical or patterned, because they actually reflect the internal order of the crystal's water molecules.
That's kind of cool.
Which is cool. So
that's what makes them all individually different then?
Every single one of them is always mathematically proven to be different. It is physically impossible for them to be the same, because with all the variables of, for example, when that water vapor freezes, all it takes is, there tends to be like, I'll go through it in a minute, but there tends to be like a certain amount of types of shapes. But within those shapes, there'll be a lot of different like sort of makeup.
I remember cutting out some shapes in school. I was terrible at it.
You folded the paper?
Folded the paper. Yeah, I always made triangles and that was it. There weren't snowflakes at all.
What's this? Pyramid.
What are you? It's Egyptian day. Where's the papaya paper? The papyrus paper?
But basically, that's why they're never the same. So basically, because there's basically predetermined spaces in between the molecules that they have to then sort of take the shape of, which is why they tend to be 6 sides. So
hexagonal snowflakes.
Yeah, like the variables can be like the temperature, obviously, the humidity of the air can also be a bit of a difference. So it can basically the difference. So for example, you see like, the sort of the standard longer spiky ones.
Well, we never get to see them though. That's the problem. We have to like literally zoom in on a little microscopic piece to get
but like if you see like, what I always think is really cool. See, whenever it's like really heavily snowing, you see a big massive one, just like hit your window.
Yeah.
You're like, that must have been
That's
amazing
kids
in
throwing
there.
snowballs at your window. Man.
That's the Grinch dying.
Yeah, that's so
No,
God.
but because he lives in a snowflake.
Yeah.
But
That's not funny.
at like warmer degrees, you get the bigger ones with like the bigger points and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then at like colder temperatures, you get more like hard, flatter ones for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So
Hardcore snowflakes.
the actual shape of the 6 arms, that they're dependent on the atmospheric conditions experienced by the whole thing as it falls. So like the shape of those will change. So for example, it might start to grow the big long ones, and then it
snap
might
off.
Yeah, like literally it could on the way
Yeah.
down. They could get smaller depending on temperature, humidity. It could grow a different way. But really interesting, it's always 6 sides.
Strange how many variables can change the thing, but it always has to be 6 sides for it to actually be.
Yep.
That's weird.
So basically, the 6-sided shapes always remain, but the ice crystal and its 6 arms, they might branch off in different directions because each arm will experience the same atmospheric conditions. They'll always look the same, which is really cool.
That is kind of cool.
Now, then some people are like, but why don't they look the same? Well, I'll tell you why. So,
Do you want me to do that? Why don't they look the same?
so some people ask me, why do 2 snowflakes never look the same?
Why do they never look the same?
It's funny you ask, because individual snowflakes all follow slightly different paths from the sky to the ground.
Like people.
So obviously you don't just see like you just don't see like a machine gun straight fire of it's snowing. You know, you don't just
Could
see,
you imagine?
you
That
don't
would be the
just see-
best thing ever. Just someone up there just loading it into an LMG.
Just snow straight down.
Enjoy the snow. It's like
Um,
Elf whenever he's chucking the snowballs about.
Yeah, like they're always in different directions. The wind will blow in different directions. The wind chill will make it colder. The moisture in the air in one part might be different to another. They might bump into each other on the way down.
Double snowflake.
Basically, they can. That's why, because none of them fall, in exactly the
Like a
same
linear
downward
area.
direction.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always going to be the wind will change or something will happen.
That's why I like watching blizzards. I hate the snow, but I like watching blizzards from the inside.
See, exactly. I'm exactly the same, and that I think snow looks amazing, and then you realize you have to leave the house, and it's just not worth it. So that's why, obviously, I thought the next logical step in this would be to look at
Santa.
the UK's worst winters.
That's what I said.
What do you think the worst winter you've ever experienced is?
I don't think I've ever experienced a really bad winter. I just don't like the snow, so everything is really bad for me.
See, we've been very lucky this year, I think, in that we haven't really had any yet.
We had one day of snow.
Yeah, but it wasn't much, really, was it?
Well, I didn't. It was one day, but it was at night.
Yeah, you woke up and you're like, oh, there's snow on the ground.
At night?
What? No, like
I woke up
the next day, whenever I woke up.
Well, I mean, it was like at 7 o'clock though, so it was like it was snow.
So you mean that one? Yeah.
Well,
I remember that.
Well, apart from the other day.
There was some this morning.
Yeah, but it wasn't snow though.
It was on the way into Belfast. It was.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then it stopped whenever.
It wasn't
into
here.
Did not reach here. No, must have stopped. But
it wasn't here. If they ever had bad winters, not really any bad winters. I mean, it's always cold.
last winter was quite not as in 2016.
So it wasn't last winter.
17 winter. Sorry.
That was 2 years ago.
So not as in like the 18-19, but the 17-18 winter.
Yeah.
Because I remember sometimes even leaving
January.
here it was quite snowy, wasn't it?
It was in January. I just hate the snow. I just think it should be gone.
Some of these you'll probably remember. Other ones are way before our time. But
Like the Ice Age.
yeah, it was probably the worst one. But like, there were some really, really bad ones. For example, in the 17th century in London, the Thames froze solid.
That's class.
And they used to hold what were called frost fairs. It was frozen for that long. So
How would you be so certain though?
I don't know.
Like in the 17th century, guy was just looking at the sky, going, "Yep, it's gonna be here for at least 4 months."
Put something on that, see what happens.
Yeah.
Like
Billy,
you'd have to be
some 700-pound man just walks down.
Like-
If you got the 700 pounds in the 17th century, you're doing something wrong
yeah.
or right, depending on what way you want to
You're
look at it.
probably causing everyone to starve. But
That's terrible.
what would happen in these frost fairs? It was in central London. Basically, they would go out on the Thames.
Oh, it was on
and
the Thames.
Yeah, it was literally on the Thames.
Yeah, so it couldn't be in central London. It's on the Thames.
It's in the centre of the Thames, in the centre of London, with entertainment and stalls and everything. Like they went.
Really,
It was a literal fair.
I'd be so scared to even walk on that. Like, I wonder how thick it would have been.
Good question. I don't know. That's one thing I don't know is how thick does it need to be before you can confidently say we're gonna have a fair on this?
Yeah,
because that's not gonna be like 20 people.
But
it's gonna be hundreds.
So they had like some stalls and stuff, and like metal stalls or wooden.
Probably
stalls.
wouldn't in the 17th century. Probably wouldn't.
That's crazy.
But well, bringing it forward slightly. So 1927-28, there was a bad one. Across the Midlands, Wales, and parts of southern England. It started on Christmas Day. And I'll show you a quick picture. Nobody else will be able to see it.
Was
obviously.
it bad on Christmas Day?
That's a bus.
What do you mean?
They're digging a bus out.
Doesn't it look like a bus?
It's the top of a bus.
Holy crap!
Yeah. So
how deep was the snow?
A bus deep. I don't know, but basically,
like
the picture I just showed Phil there is basically it wasn't a double decker bus, by the way. That's just because they didn't
have them.
No, not really.
Yeah.
So it was just single decker bus, but you're talking. It looks like it's up to that guy's shoulder. So.
Oh, so it's not that tall then.
5'11", 5 feet 11.
It's near 6 feet of snow.
Yeah. So they're digging a bus out. In 1940, so the first average sub-zero temperature of the 20th century. The Thames froze again, as did the Grand Union Canal and even the sea. The sea freezes if the water in the sea drops to around, I think it's -2.
The sea freezes?
Yeah. It hits around -2 because of the salt. It doesn't freeze at 0.
Oh, I suppose that would make sense. Yeah.
But
the entire sea.
That means the whole water needs to be -2, which is a lot harder than just like the surface. It needs to be the whole thing. Yeah. So, basically, the north of England as well was particularly hit bad by a snowstorm, which was over 2 feet of snow there. There was an ice storm, which then hit the south on January 28th, and it lasted for up to 2 days.
Oh, wow.
So, and then this is a little picture of what it looked like in Derbyshire. They were trying to get milk around to people with a little sleigh.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And there's a little toilet there as well that you can sit on, which is nice.
Yeah, she's just carrying that behind her, just in case.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you can sort of see that sort of around this time, it was happening quite a lot. Then 1947, it happened again. So thousands of people were cut off for days all over England. Basically, between January and March, snow fell every day.
1947? It's not a great time either. Like, it's just after the war and stuff. It's quite rough.
Snow fell every day somewhere in the country for 55 days straight between January and March.
Must have been a huge amount of snow then at the end of it.
A lot.
Unless it was sunny, in which case it would have melted as well. But
it was particularly cold as well, which allowed the snow to settle. So there's a place called Woburn in Bedfordshire registered the temperature of -21 degrees Celsius on the 25th of February. Crazy.
I'm really bad with temperature because I like see if it's anything above 30 degrees Celsius, I'm not a fan, and then anything below 30 degrees Celsius, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You know,
the sweet spot.
It's just 30 degrees is the sweet. No, but like see anything below like even 10, like I hate 2 degrees. Like I like see -degrees, just not worth doing. Like in Poland, it was very different though. Over here, it's awful because there was a wind chill.
It's like a biting cold, isn't it?
It's bite, yeah. But see, over in it was quite chilling and it was quite crisp because I felt the dry skin in my face literally crack after every smile I had. But it was really it was just a nice sort of -degree winter.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And like I always find, maybe this is just me, but I never up until recently used to actually have clothes for winter like properly. Because I'd always just used to be
I just recently got the scarf and the gloves.
You know what I mean? Like I always just be like, oh, it's here. You know, you just need the same clothes pretty much all year.
Well, I mean, I have shorts for summer.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like,
so you
don't really need too much.
Well, too much short.
Well, no, here
too much short
or too long. No,
these are long shorts,
like, or aka trousers.
Yeah,
but like the the whole like having like a big coat and blah blah blah. I didn't really have that until a few years ago.
Yeah, I've only this year I got the scarf and the gloves and stuff.
Yeah, and they are
last year. So.
Definitely a big difference maker.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'd say.
Yeah, especially see for asthma and stuff, and you're on your chest and whatnot, wrapping your scarf around your neck, almost choking yourself. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Whatever you do in your spare time, but and
attempt to breathe anyway.
We're gonna jump 15 years to 1962/63. It's called the Big Freeze of 1963.
Oh, yeah.
It's considered to be the worst British winter of modern times. Coldest weather for up to 200 years was recorded. So cold that the sea froze again.
Jeepers.
Sea freezes, as I say, at -2. So, as I say, the whole sea needs to get there.
Yeah.
So the cold weather began on December 27th and 1962. This is and it lasted until March 1963.
March.
Yeah. So it was like over 3 months. In December 1962, there was a 36-hour straight blizzard.
Oh my
in
God.
England and Wales, so it didn't stop. Villages were cut off, roads, rails, and phone lines down. Everything just did not work. The maximum temperature, and this is the average maximum temperature in 1963 in January was
minus a lot.
That was -2 average.
Oh,
but that includes day and night. So on average,
so
it was always negative.
Yeah.
It was never positive.
That's dreadful.
It was the coldest month in Britain since the 1800s. But obviously, 1947, what I should say is it was colder for the north
than
it was for the south.
But even still, like in 1962 and 63, you have a bit better living conditions as well for that sort of thing. Obviously, not as good as it would be now. You know, you've got your gas heating and whatnot, but back in the day, you would just have the likes of your little lamps and 18th century you were saying.
But even like in the 60s, if you think like,
that's when it was all radical. You were high off your kite anyway. Whenever you were.
But like, if you think
it's snow, it's just cocaine. You don't know what's happening.
It's just not working. But like, even then, like compared to now, like we obviously have very good heating and so on and so forth.
It's still bloody cold.
And it's still cold, yeah. And we have better heating in the car than then.
Heated seats and all.
More
as well,
people had cars or have cars now, and so on.
Imagine as well back in the day with your 1960 odd car, your 1940 car, you get into your car and there's been no sort of like central heating to come in through the. Like it'd be Baltic. Like you literally have to wear your woolies like the entire time. Your gloves driving.
But even worse, as you say, the 40s, like they would have had
nothing.
Like it's literally right after
the war. You'd be very very because even people during the war it was still quite cold as well throughout the winters and whatnot. Like
infrastructure, surely was still trying to recover. Like
surely they couldn't recover in the winter either. Like,
surely there was just so much going on. That that there was big suffering then. Like obviously, I'm sure people will have guessed already that we would have looked, or if they haven't already, look at the weather in America at the minute. It is insane. It is so cold. It is ridiculous. The wind chill.
Central America, isn't Chicago? It's like
it's like the Midwest.
Yeah.
The Midwest in America at the moment. Before we get on to the very modern bad winters, but in Midwest at the moment there's what's called like a polar vortex basically. It's like the Lake Michigan froze entirely. Lake Michigan is basically completely frozen. Chicago hit sub -50, including wind chill.
Is that the day after tomorrow?
Yeah, no, honestly, that's what that picture. If you haven't seen the picture of the Lake Michigan frozen and Chicago in the background, it legitimately looks like something out of the day after tomorrow. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. All across the Midwest, so far 8 people are dead because of the cold.
You think about that?
Well, and they're not old.
No,
not all of them are old.
You said there was an 18-year-old.
The majority of them are old. There's maybe 4 of the 8 are probably 70 plus.
Yeah.
One of them was in his 50s. One of them was an 18-year-old, as you say.
But you think that's 8 people now? You can imagine how many it would have been back in the day if it was this sort of heat or freezing cold.
Nice touch though. I was told, because my first question was, what are they going to do with homeless people? They can't just let them die.
Yeah.
So apparently there was like a bus that was going around and like picking them up and bringing them somewhere. Basically,
see, I never understand these sort of things because it's all fine and dandy whenever it comes to a global crisis or anything like that. There, or even just the local crisis or whatever. They can go and do these things, and why don't they just do them all the time?
Yeah, why didn't they do it last week?
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, there's no easy answer to that, obviously, but at the end of the day, the answer should be, well, they should be doing it, and
the most obvious answer is that you should be doing it all the time. I just don't understand it. I never understood it. I mean,
I always find it weird that there's empty houses
that aren't used, like literally empty houses. Yeah, that don't have any. There's no one paying for them.
They're just there.
Yeah, just taking up space.
Council owned, just empty. Like, why not just start saying, right, and you go.
Yeah.
There's your address. You can now get a national insurance number. Go get a job.
Well, have you heard about the thing that they're doing over in America at the minute?
No.
They're doing. I can't remember word for word or what company or whatever it is, but there's a guy that's making. It could be for veterans or it could just be for homeless people in general.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but they get like shipping freights.
Yeah.
They take the ones that aren't being used anymore and they turn them into homes.
Good idea.
And they just, like, the guy said a perfect thing. He just says, like, the only people that homeless people want is an address.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's literally given, so it takes him like so long to make them. It takes so much money to make them as well. But for the life of me, I can't remember what it is.
But I know what you mean. There's a show on Netflix that is like Amazing Spaces or something it's called.
Yeah.
And a guy gets a shipping container and turns it into his home. But
it makes sense. They work. The guy posted loads of them on.
they're big. Like,
I think it was
you can fit a bed in them.
Steve Harvey. I think Steve Harvey's show. He hosted Family.
Is he the funny guy? Family Feud.
Yeah, Family Feud.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Well, it's a great idea because anything, it's not even just now, but I suppose especially now, where like there was a warning, sorry, that if you were outside in Chicago or anywhere in the Midwest with temperatures that low, for anything something like 10 to 15 minutes, there was like a 90% chance that you were going to get frostbite.
Which is pretty insane. That's as bad as your man. I ain't getting frostbite. Oh God, you're going out there, you're getting frostbite.
Oh Jesus, I
think that's mad. 90% if you're there
well,
more than 50.
That might be indulgent on it, but
I mean, if you're out there,
it was ridiculously high percentage, and it was like 15 minutes.
That's like almost Everest type of thing. Because if you're up there, you're wrapped up, and you can get, what do you call it, hypothermia or hyperthermia? There's two different ones.
Hypothermia.
I think it's hypo, where you get too warm, but you want to take off all your clothes, and it's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
And then there's the other one where you get too cold. You feel as if you're too cold, so you have to wrap up loads and you sweat loads.
I think it's hypothermia.
There's hypo and hyper.
I think hyper's the first one you mentioned.
The one where you get cold and you get...
Yeah, do you think you're roasting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember someday, it was whenever I was younger, we were in like Donegal, me and Callum and his family, and they brought one of their friends, and her daughter went in the water and came back out. I got cold. She was like, "Oh, I've got hypothermia." It's like, "No, you don't. You're just cold."
The English?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And can't pronounce their R's either.
What?
Hypothermia?
Yeah, but hypothermia we would say, but hypothermia. Yeah. She was like, "I've got hypothermia."
Hypothermia, mate. Got hypothermia, but just exaggerating, obviously.
Yeah, she was big time. Yeah,
ridiculous.
But the fact that
people do get that, you know.
Yeah, big time. And
if you're there for more than 15 minutes in Chicago,
you could potentially get it, but obviously,
that's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now we didn't get it as bad in 2009, but December 2009, January 2010 saw low temperatures and big snowfall here. Probably remember it. Basically, there was over 1,000 motorists that were stranded overnight in.
I remember, yeah.
The A3 in Hampshire, yeah. Water and electricity supplies were disrupted, and the lowest temperature recorded that winter was -17 in Manchester. And you can imagine with wind chill that it was pretty bad. So there is what a police officer ended up looking like.
He's frozen. He's got frostbite.
That's
insane. It's like a statue.
He does, yeah. And that was him. Basically, he was watching over basically a demonstration.
But the thing is, like, surely God, you have to be a bit active as well whenever it comes to this sort of cold. Like, you can't just stand there and take it because you'd be freezing.
Well,
It doesn't matter if you're wearing thermals or not. You'd still be cold. You need to have
For
blood flowing through
him
your
or
body.
for that person, I think it's a guy. But either way, basically, they'll be told, right, here's your post. This is where you're gonna have to stand. But I see what you mean. Like, could you not just be like walking backwards and forwards or something?
Yeah, like you have to at least move or something. Like,
But that to me looks as if they've been standing there completely still. Because that's insane. Like,
it just
he's caked in it, like,
Yeah.
isn't he?
it looks like someone's just throwing cake batter on him. That's awful. I hate to be a policeman in that weather because you'd be absolutely Baltic.
Oh,
You come back
rain,
with, like, two
sleet,
fingers.
snow, sun, you're out there. Like, there's no two ways about it. So then, obviously, not to be outdone, 2010/2011. Seeing
Year
that
later.
was like,
Hey!
seeing that was just like, oh really? So there was a first period of cold weather and snow that started like late November, to early December, but it was in the second big blast that really hit us. So December 16th, it was the coldest winter for 100 years. So basically,
about
it was
that right now.
so bad that come in the run into Christmas. It was estimated that it actually cost the British economy $1.2 billion per day because people weren't going shopping because it was so bad.
I mean, it makes sense. You want people to go. What you should have done is what we'll do is for every milk you buy and for every bread you buy, we'll throw in a couple of hats and scarves for you.
Basically,
So you can have scarves upon your scarves and hats upon your hats.
I mean, I don't remember it being that bad here in 2010-11.
I remember it being pretty bad because there were times that I had to push Dad's car up the hill a couple of times as well, and Mum's car up the hill sometimes. That's the problem. For we're in a place where there's just hills.
Yeah.
We have to literally climb up a hill
Yeah,
to get
legitimately.
out, to climb up another hill to get
Yeah,
out,
to get out.
and it's a real pain in the ass because we used to have the salt bunkers, and you could just take the salt and pour it in. You don't have anymore.
No.
And they're a bit of a pain in the ass now. It's trying to get up and down a hill, but trying to get back home. Like there's been a time I remember going out for, I think it's for a shop or something because we need to get some stuff in, and then going up, and the push up.
Oh.
It was very bad going down the hill, but going up the hill was a pain in the ass because if it slipped, you're going down with the car, which happened quite a lot. And like I was thinking I was like 16 or 17 or something maybe I was, but it was a bit.
That would actually be that winter, yeah.
Bit of a nightmare.
8 years ago, roughly. Yeah.
So it would have been a bit of a nightmare, yeah.
No,
Going
like,
up the hill and then coming down, Dad was just like coasting it. He wasn't bothering to.
I hate see. It was actually pretty bad snow. I'm just thinking, actually, was it last year?
No.
Early last year?
No, it would have been 2017.
Was it 17? I do remember there being quite bad snow.
No, it would have been.
No, I think you're right.
Was it 2017?
Did we see Steel Panther last year?
No, it was last year. It
Was
was because
last
there was
year?
snow last year. We
Yeah.
seen the Steel Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I suppose it happens a bit more often than I thought.
Well, we don't usually get snow in December anymore. It's usually in January through March. We get it now.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, colour for a white Christmas." Well, good luck. It's not going to happen for any time soon.
Good luck with
If
that.
if we keep going the way we're going, it's not going to happen any time at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny actually because if you look at the dates I was sort of saying, so I was saying 27, 28, there was a white Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
40, in 1940, it went all the way from December through to the end of February.
Uh-huh.
We're on 47 here. It was 55 days in a row between, somewhere in the UK, not in the same place. But from January to March, that year. 62, 63, seen it from December through. And then we're jumping to 2009, 10, 11, 12, and it's late January to March.
That's mad.
Which if you look at the timings of that, that's
just
like
keeps going.
it just keeps getting later and later and later.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't say global warming, I don't know what says global warming.
Yeah. I know.
Climate change is probably the better term. Sorry. You know, climate change, global warming. All global warming is climate change,
Chicago's not
but
agreeing
not
with me
all
anyway.
climate change is global warming. If that makes
Chicago's like global warming.
sense. Well,
Sorry.
100. There's no way. I don't understand how people don't believe that what we're doing is not having an effect.
Yeah, I mean, it's really strange. Like, see, whenever you're like it's always because of the fumes and whatnot. But see, whenever you're walking down, it's freezing cold night, and you can see your breath and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not half as bad until a couple of cars drive by, and whenever you can smell the fumes, you're like, you can see a lot more.
It's
you
even
you can just tell it's destroying things. Like,
yeah, like excuse me.
I think it's already a bit too late to be honest with you. Like, but
Well, no, well,
we're not doing much help with like using so much electricity and stuff all the time either. So it's not like it's.
No, but I mean, it's the way. I suppose it depends. It's the way the electricity's brought in. Like if you had solar panels on the roof or something, that'd be fine.
But we use plastic bottles and.
I reuse bottles constantly.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
It does.
It doesn't.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. Remember, do we do this in the podcast? No. Reduce. You're supposed to do first.
Yeah.
Then reuse and then recycle. So like recycle's like a last resort.
Yeah.
So like if you can do one of the first two, do those first.
Yeah. Which is why we don't use any plastic bottles.
No.
Just hiding that. Look, there's a bottle over there.
But like even like those like glass ones you can get for the fridge. You know the
Glass
IKEA.
the ones you get with the popper tops.
Yeah, they're good. So they are.
I like them. Yeah, Gareth loves them.
They're drinking from a glacier.
I bought Gareth. What?
They're like drinking from a glacier.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't know how that does.
Good.
How do you know?
Done in Canada.
But it's not a real glacier though, is it?
Yeah.
Where?
In Canada. I'm not joking you. It's a glacier on a mountain. That's what it's called.
And you drank off of that?
Yeah. It was like melting, so we could drink it.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't melting, so we could drink it. It was melting.
Ha ha!
And we took
global warming.
And we.
I'm part of the problem.
It was like the
sitting there with a
blowtorch.
Yeah.
It was like the middle of summer, so like it melts, and then it creates like a river where there's usually a path,
Okay.
and then in the winter it then refreezes, and the whole mountain refreezes, and then that's actually a path you can walk along again. We had to take off our boots and stuff, and then like walk through it because it was literally like shin high,
shin deep, shin mouth fur.
Yeah.
But I got Gareth one of the bottles this time. Like one time, the little power top ones, and then I got him like a bottle of vodka. Of course, what did he do?
Skill vodka.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it was like Fireball vodka the first one
Oh,
he made.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, it was insane.
Oh, that's right. He does make it in those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the biggest regrets ever. Just sitting there, I was
You
like,
really like your water in this? Yeah, water.
red water with these little beads at the bottom. No, it was nice, like, but that was the one we took round to Phil's.
Yeah,
Yeah, round to his parents' house. That was a messy night.
He's definitely brought Skittles somewhere as well.
Oh no, he's brought Skittles around the market. Yeah.
Has he?
He brought them around as well. But I think the fireball was the night Phil fell in the bath. I think so. It was pretty fun.
Enough was enough.
That was a brilliant night, to be fair. But Gareth always brings that stuff and it ruins everyone's night. So
It's good though. Tastes nice.
Tastes nice, yeah. But not the next day. You just feel rough as anything.
Which reminds me, I need to bring you your shot roulette.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Keep forgetting about that.
I keep forgetting about it as well. I've still to give you your Jenga as well, to be fair. So.
Oh yeah, we'll just trade.
Yeah.
No, but obviously when there's snowing, people tend to take advantage and have a bit of fun. So.
Did you hear about the kid?
Very big.
Yeah, not hear about the kid that like changed the law in his state about snowball fights.
No.
Again, don't take this for gospel because
Okay.
I can't remember anything for word. But
Yeah.
he was sort of annoyed that you can't have snowball fights. I'm not too sure what state it was in, but it was in America. Or it was either in Canada or America. I'm not too sure, but it was in some sort of state.
Yeah.
And he went to the courthouse to change it, and he changed it. He was just like, "Yeah, I want to have snowball fights because I think it's fun," and
became
a law that it was a law you couldn't have snowball fights. You couldn't play with snow.
Oh, really?
And then he went to the courthouse. Was like, "I'm a kid. I want to have fun with snow. Please let me do this." And the jury and the judge was like, "Yeah, it's okay."
And then next to it.
Yep, pretty
That's
much.
class.
Yep.
There you go. Politics works.
Well,
we're going to go back to Minnesota for our first what people do in the snow.
okay.
An autonomous snowplow competition runs
like
every
Mr.
year.
Ply?
That's my name. That name again is my...
Yeah.
Well, it should. Anyway, so January 22nd, 25th every year.
Yeah.
You can go and
Ply anyone you want.
yeah, basically. So basically, it's in St. Paul, Minnesota, as I said.
Yeah. So you can play
It literally is just cleaning up snow with a snowplow, but it's a competition.
So he does it the fastest gets to win the snowplow.
It's basically so competitors have to design, develop, and then build their own snowplow.
No.
If that isn't impressive enough, sorry, the machine must be controlled electronically.
What?
Yeah.
So it can't. What do you mean electronic? Like an electric car?
Like yeah.
Or like a remote?
With a remote. Yeah.
So they don't drive it?
No.
So it's not a very big snowplow then, is it?
Nope. But it has to navigate a course and clear a designated path in the snow.
I might be able to do that though, Bar. Give me one of those RCs and then I'll just build on top of that and I'll be it sorted.
So basically, it's judged on how it looks, their presentation on it, and then the actual running of it as well.
And who judges it? Just random people from the state?
It just says judges, probably the mayor. I'm assuming the mayor.
Can you imagine people going in? That's crap. Well, what's your experience?
I'm a store.
Alright, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Relax.
But that one there, apparently it's at least had at this stage. Certainly, there's been 5 of them. So I don't know whether the 6th one has just passed.
For even like yearly things, annual things, like
so. But it lasts for like 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 4 days.
So they
crazy.
They have snow every time it happens then.
Well, it's like Minnesota.
Could you imagine? There's no snow this year. Sure they anyway.
Just make RCs.
I'd push water out of the way. Cotton buds.
There has to be something. We have to plough something.
Yeah.
Well.
But, okay. Apply some Paul if you want.
So if that doesn't tickle your fancy, this one might.
Ooh.
So in Cannington, in Canada, from the 24th to the 25th of January.
That's such a lazy name in there, isn't it? Like,
yes.
Welcome to Cannington, Canada.
It's a dog sled race.
That's terrible. Don't like dog sledding.
The perfect event for any snow lover or dog lover.
I don't like dog sledding. It's terrible.
So basically, well, sure, it's not like one dog.
Well, yeah, I know, but it means I feel sorry for any
Go!
dogs carrying me. Like,
Go!
Are you joking me?
No,
not today, mate.
Basically, pardon me. There's obviously the racing and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's also a petting zoo where you can go and like pet them and stroke them and
I like the petting
stuff
part.
and give them wee cuddles.
Yeah.
So the Ontario race is open to everyone, so it could be professionals or kids, and you could, if you have like 9 random dogs, you can bring 9 random dogs.
So what you could do is you could have 9 random dogs, put your child on it and go.
Yeah.
And then you'll not get hurt and
The
you might
child
win.
might probably die.
But you might win.
Well, I'm assuming if you like don't make it to the end.
Mm-hmm. But you could just run to the end and then be there while the sled goes across the thing, and you'd be like, I was on the entire
Jump
time.
on the back.
Yeah.
Basically, excuse me, if you don't fancy that, there are skiorning races.
Where's this, in Norway or something?
Same place.
Oh.
Skiorning races, where people must not only balance on skis but be simultaneously pulled across the snow by the dogs.
That sounds terrible.
Like, oh dear.
Like hurting their dogs in Canada, don't they?
No, because there's like obviously there's working dogs in the same way that you should be saying then people shouldn't ride horses.
I agree, they shouldn't ride horses.
Why?
Because it's stupid.
It's not.
You have cars for this now?
Yeah, but like people like ride horses and people, well, first of all, you're not gonna be able to drive a car in some of the places where they do the dog sled races. It's not gonna work.
It's not for the dog show brand either, but
Why? That's what they do. It's their job.
It's not their job.
It's like saying guide dogs shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Well, guide people.
Yeah,
Well, if they didn't want to do it, they shouldn't.
they don't really have a choice.
Exactly.
They just do it.
Exactly.
So you're against guide dogs.
Yep.
Walk around without eyes. So the national show sculpting.
Words.
The national snow sculpting competition is in Wisconsin from the 26th to the 31st.
Where's
of January.
Wisconsin? Where's that?
Beside your other
Wisconsin.
But basically,
Wisconsin.
in 2015 in Lake Geneva in Wisconsin, it started the snow sculpting competition. So basically, the artists showcase their ability to tame blocks of snow into stunning masterpieces. They work with the ladders and scaffolds and gently carve.
What height are these snow? So it's ice sculpting.
So they can be as tall as they want.
Right.
but they have to fit within a 12-foot circle.
So it's snow sculpting, not ice sculpting.
Snow.
How do you sculpt snow?
So
you have to like congeal it like a snowman.
You probably have to like pack it tight and then just make your.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That would be such. That takes forever. I would just
It'd
get
be
a big
hard.
block of ice and go.
So basically, the
on
winners of each state competition.
Oh, right,
So there's like
okay.
state competitions, then come to Geneva for the winner sort of title, and then the winner of that receives an invitation to complete in the Association International de Sculpture sur Neige et Glace sanctioned snow sculpting competition.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, which is probably
The Guinness World Book of Records.
it's probably the hardest thing I've ever said on this, but I did good.
Get
So,
good scrub.
let's say you went to that and you're like, oh, that was great. What else can I do? If you fly over to Colorado, there's the Alpine World Ski Championships,
That's kind of
February 2nd to the
cool. The
15th.
South Park.
Basically, if you're a Winter Olympics fan who has to catch every single person going down the slopes, just go and you could watch it. So basically, you can go and watch that. That's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really.
Don't have a good yards for that. Do you remember the ice thing that came here to Belfast? The Red Bull ice skater
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah.
We went to see that.
Was it good?
Rough.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Scary things. Like people coming down at like 40 miles an hour, coming around to like a 90-degree bend. You're like, oh god.
Oh, really?
It's scary biscuits. Like there's guys hopping over these like just like a hill type of thing. It's really mad.
Yeah.
It's, people like hurt themselves and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's dangerous, like, because it's like hitting like concrete if it's packed down, like.
Yeah. Well,
Crazy.
it was like proper ice, but it was really it was weird because we were at the top and then there's this big massive thing at the bottom and it's like all you see was these guys go shoo, and that was it. And then you see like on the screen like about a minute and a half later finishing at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Someone didn't even finish. Someone just fell over.
Crazy.
It's terrible.
No, it's
Winter sports are mad.
they are,
Like bobsleighing,
or tobogganing, which you can see in the U.S. National Toboggan Championships.
The what?
U.S. National
The
Toboggan
US.
Championships. U.S. National Toboggan
Alright, Sean
Championships.
Connery, relax.
From February 6th to the 8th. Basically, they are mostly handcrafted toboggans as well, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm trying to make them basically as smooth and sleek so they'll just fly down there,
It's a lot of trees though, isn't it?
probably. But they might not all be wooden. Handcrafted could be plastic or carbon
Toboggan's
fiber.
not usually wooden. Carved out of wooden? Wood.
Yep, they're carved
Wouldn't
out
you
of
know?
wood. But no, I think they are usually, yeah. But basically, yeah, you can go and watch that. But
I
if you
wouldn't
don't,
mind doing a wee bit tobogganing and
it's scary.
I bet I could do it though.
It's like skeleton board.
Yeah,
They're scary.
yeah. I like to do skateboard as well, but I'm too big for that.
Watching those at the Winter Olympics, oh my word,
Yeah, they go
Like,
very fast.
it is horrendous.
The worst
how
thing
fast
is as
they
well
go.
because it's you can either hurt depending on what because you can do it two different ways, can't you? You can go down feet first or head first, can't you?
You joking?
No,
Can you?
I don't know. I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
pretty sure you can. I've only ever seen them go down head first. How would you go?
Could you imagine?
How would you go down it
You can't go
backwards?
down. You can't go down feet first. That would be so.
Just
silly.
like running backwards, be like the slowest start ever.
Look at me.
Push me, push me.
But no, yeah, I think I'd like to go down feet first in one, but then
I'd be terrified.
I think I prefer to fit. Well, I prefer feet first and head literally like 2 inches off the ground.
Still gonna be 2 inches off the ground.
Yeah, but I can't see
Backwards.
the ground. I can't see the ground though.
Oh, you mean up the way?
Why on earth would I be going down backwards looking at
Because
the
you
ground?
lie on it.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I'd lie
just
backwards.
imagined that you turned around.
No. Oh my god. No, I would just lie on it from the very beginning and then have someone push me down the
So
hill.
you mean you died on your back?
Why on earth looking down my front and
I
going
swear
backwards?
to God, I thought you were going down on your front backwards. That's why I was like, that would be awful.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as if it was guaranteed I couldn't hurt myself.
No, it isn't at all.
If they cushioned every corner
And all of the ground.
and off the ground,
And I didn't go really that
and
fast.
I was in a bubble, then I would. No, I'd love to do it. I think it'd be class.
Oh, see, that's why I was like, how would you go backwards? That's why I thought you would be like really slow.
No,
Well then,
but you couldn't do it. You couldn't.
I
run.
now understand why you asked, can you go down feet first or head first? Because my initial response was like, how the fuck can you go down feet first.
I don't think you can. You can't go down head first. And
I'm pretty sure it's always head first because they wear the pointy
or
helmets.
feet first. Sorry, you can't go down feet first. Yeah, it's always head first. You go down
Because they wear those pointy helmets and all
for
make
aerodynamics.
Them, make them go like I think honestly they go like 90 miles an hour in that.
Yeah, they do. It's insane how fast they go. But I mean, I don't understand if you know what you're doing while you're doing it. I think it's like a blackout.
How do you get into that?
How do you what?
How do you be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna skeleton board.
Well, it's the same thing as your man into the Eagle. He just looked at the Winter Olympics. He wasn't even in a winter country.
Yeah, that's true.
He just went, look at that
Yeah,
there,
the
that was
Eagle.
class. And then he did it. Admittedly, he wasn't fantastic at it, but he still went to the Olympics and still got a record for it.
Hugh Jackman tried his best with him.
Okay, the film. But yeah, man, I think I'd like to do it. I think I'd love to do bobsleigh as well. But I think I will add no.
But you would have to be like, yeah, dead? No, yeah, man.
Oh, I love that film. I
So
love Cool
good.
Runnings.
So good. What's his name?
Who? John
No,
Buck?
No, they're like, da-da-da. You dead? Yeah, man.
I couldn't tell you any of their names.
No.
I don't even know the big fella's name.
Jamaican
Is his name Buck? No, that was the Uncle Buck.
I don't know.
He was an Uncle Buck. I don't know his name either.
Oh,
John Candy. That's his name.
Who is?
The big fella from Cool Runnings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, all I remember is the... Oh, that's going to really annoy me. I can't remember his name.
I haven't watched the film in I don't know how long, so if I watched it now, I could probably tell you the names, but...
His name is going to escape me, and it's going to be one of those ones. Sorry, I'm going to have to look him up, because that's going to really annoy me.
I think if I was ever to do bobsleigh, I think it would be a bit rough, though, because I don't think I'd be...
Sanka, you dead?
Who?
Sanka,
Sanka.
isn't it? Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man.
You should really
So
stop
good.
doing accents. It doesn't work for you at all.
That's like the, hey, I'm great at them. Yeah, it is. It's Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man. And then there's the
Yeah, man.
wee thing whenever they're doing the pull backwards and forwards. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme.
Yeah.
That one,
Yeah.
great.
Brilliant film.
So
Absolutely
good.
brilliant film.
What'd that get on IMDb?
Probably like a 69.3.
No, but you were really close.
6.9?
6.9. I honestly thought you were going to say 69 out of 100, and I was going to be like, nice. No, 6.9. But,
Well, I did say 69, so it's still the same.
great film. Great
Yeah,
film.
I enjoyed it I haven't seen it in a long time. Probably,
John Candy played Irv.
yeah, John
Yeah.
Candy's a big fella. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember John Candy. Lawrence, one of my favourite Lawrence films is Uncle Buck. Don't know why.
What film?
Uncle Buck.
I think I've seen it.
I don't think it's that good of a film, really. It's
What's it about?
Don't know, can't remember.
Oh, okay.
It's how good of a film it was.
Well, the last one then I'll briefly run through is a World Wheelchair Curling Championship. Happens in Finland. The
Curling's tough enough to do on your feet.
Yeah.
How do you get the momentum?
How? Yeah, like how? Well, I'm assuming there'd be grips, but like, can you imagine how hard that would
Could
be?
you? Yeah, but how you meant to push? Because if they're grips in the tires, how you without like the little rail things that are on the tires on the rim things?
Yeah.
You might cut yourself if it's like drilled in.
Literally, right? Here's what. Perhaps you've watched the curling teams compete. I'm just gonna read it. In the Winter Olympics, and thought to yourself, really, that's a sport? Just add a wheelchair into the equation, and the whole thing gets infinitely more impressive and more captivating.
Do the people that do the brushing know?
Oh, here it is. Only
well,
one new rule sets the wheelchair athletes apart from traditional curling competitors. There is no sweeping.
But they say there's no sweeping though.
Everything else is the same. Yeah, because you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't do that.
Of course you can.
Well, it would be hard. How would you keep up?
Well,
You
obviously
need two hands.
they wouldn't travel very far.
I suppose you could just have like four.
Yeah.
Like,
What was that gesture?
in the brushing.
That's a terrible gesture.
So
That's a terrible
you
gesture.
can have like set one there, one there, one there. You know, and sort of spread them out up the line, and then they could.
I mean, I assume that they're not going to go as far because of the momentum. You wouldn't be able to get the proper momentum. And how small are the wheelchairs to the ground?
I don't know.
Because people have to go on their knees, like they have to run and then
Oh
get.
yeah,
on
they
their
do
knees.
that.
What is it? Like boil a kettle? There's a kettle
that's,
boil
his,
for you.
that's his knee on the ground, like that.
All right.
And then,
okay. It's like
and
a
then he
snake.
just then they go.
Yeah, they let it go.
But they always do it in like such a like dramatic way.
Yeah.
It's not like they just let go. It's like, oh.
But it's like curling's just like the ice version of bowls.
Yeah, but curling. You know what? I actually don't mind watching that.
Well, curling.
Yeah.
No, I love watching curling.
It's like
yeah.
whenever you see them like.
Yeah, it's the guys that go mental because I think Lee Evans made a really good joke about it. It's like steaming all coming off and like, where'd you go? It's mad, like. But
Yeah,
I think it'd be really really difficult. I don't think I'd be able to do that on a wheelchair.
If you had to pick one winter sport to watch, what would it be?
Probably ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Yeah. Although I mean,
I love this the fast paced skiing.
what like down the slope skiing? You mean?
Yeah, like when they have to like go like.
Yeah, I like the jumps as well because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
with them.
and you can always tell when it starts to go wrong because they panic mid like 40, 50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Or there's the snowboard's always good, you know, on the half pipe thing.
Oh yeah, right enough.
It's always
Actually,
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I don't know. Winter sports.
Sean White.
What is that?
It's him being a rock man.
A rock man.
Yeah.
I've never really watched any of the Winter Olympics before, so I don't really know an awful lot of this like winter sports. But I don't really mind watching ice hockey. Ice hockey is a bit boring sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, as I said maybe before, Rach and I went to see the Giants like 6 months ago. Belfast Giants, for anyone who didn't know, are an ice hockey team from here. They just won a cup. We thought, yeah, go see them. Why not? Half price tickets. They're trying to get the place full.
Yeah.
Was packed out. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it usually is pretty busy, but they had like every seat full.
Yeah.
We went to see them. They just won a cup. We thought, yeah, probably see them win, whatever. And it ended up, I think it was like 4-0 at one point to the other team, Edinburgh Capitals, I think it was. And then Giants scored twice. And we thought, brilliant, here we go, comebacks on the go. Then the Giants took off their goalkeeper, brought on an outfield player, and then the Edinburgh Capitals scored from their own half. And at that point, we looked at each other and went, will we just go?
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was pretty pointless. There was only like 5 minutes left, but it finished like 5 or 6.
The most exciting part was the cheerleader bit.
Why? You big
just
pervert.
What?
They come out now and shoot out subways
Oh, that's.
out of a cannon. Like they'll just be like.
I'm pretty sure they did that whenever we were there as well.
But like they hit like the roof, and then just like fall down.
Could you imagine just some of the sandwich?
Woo! Sandwich! The big boss! No, they should out like they should out
The t-shirts and stuff.
you don't know if they do t-shirts anymore, but you can there's like wee like competitions and stuff that come round. Like, oh, do you want to buy a ticket for £1, and then everybody that puts £1 in is like the jackpot. So the time I was there, it was like 2,000 something pound.
20 quid.
Yeah, 20
Sweet.
chance to win it. But there's actually a thing on at the minute, an Omaze prize with Lamborghini.
You give
Put
me a
in.
Lamborghini.
Not only a Lamborghini,
Right. A
a
chocolate
Lamborghini,
Lamborghini.
that was designed for the Pope, that he has blessed and signed.
Why would the Pope want a Lamborghini?
He doesn't, that's why he's giving it away.
But why would anyone want to design one for the Pope?
Lamborghini did it.
But why?
I have no idea.
Have you seen his car?
Kiss asses.
Have you seen the Pope's Pope-mobile?
Yeah, I know.
It's
but-
not exactly a Lamborghini, is it? Like,
No, but he's signed it as well on the bonnet.
why couldn't he have just got the Lambo to drive around with a trailer?
You should see it. It's gorgeous. Like,
Is it coloured for the Pope? Is it white?
I will show you. It's really nice.
If it's white, I don't want
Well, it is sort of white, but
it. No, I don't like white Lamborghini. To be fair, it's a Lamborghini, so I'm probably gonna take it anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter.
it's gorgeous.
Imagine designing a Lamborghini for the Pope. I think that's obscene.
I'm not even being funny. There's a picture of him signing it. There. Oops.
What do you mean it is sort of white? It is white.
Yeah, but it's got lines on it.
It's got gold lines in it. So literally it's just a white Lamborghini with lines in it, racing lines in it.
Yeah, and then there are some other wee lines, black wheels, dark grey wheels and stuff. But yeah, as I say, he signed the bonnet randomly, which is sort of annoying.
What if you wash that off?
I would wash it off. Why would you want somebody's signature in your car?
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, I'm not being funny. It could be David Beckham's signature, and that thing is coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stupid.
I think I would recolor it as well.
No, I think that's lovely. I would keep that.
No, I'd have a purple.
Okay, like the Joker.
Yeah, purple and green. Green on the inside and purple on the outside. Or
basically,
black and red. Or yellow.
$25, you could potentially win that Lamborghini.
That's insane.
But then there are people that put in like $5,000 and get 25,000 entries.
Yeah.
But if you put in like $25, you'll get one.
Could you
But
imagine
you could
the guy?
literally win a Lamborghini.
Could you
for
imagine being the
$25?
guy with like just put in the 25 quid? Actually won that? Okay.
Yeah, that would be mad, like. And not only that, but you go to meet the Pope to get it.
I don't really care.
Nor would I, but, you know.
I...
Can I get a selfie, please?
Selfie with the Pope. I already had a selfie with the Pope. All the Popes.
Oh, yeah? In the wax museum?
Yeah. Well, wax, silicone. What are they?
Different.
No, well, that's the thing. Is it wax?
Burn a silicone candle, it won't last long.
Could you imagine? Just melt. It wouldn't burn at all.
But,
No, I don't think it would. You can keep it. I don't care.
$25. I mean, I'm not gonna try for it, but it was
No, I don't. If it was purple and he said, I don't care about the signature, but if it was purple and he was like, yeah, I give you permission to change it from white and gold.
Nothing to do with him. It's your car if you win it.
Yeah, but it's for him. It's designed for the Pope.
Yeah, but it's yours now.
Listen, Linda. Listen. If they changed the car to purple and had the green stripes on it, I'd be loving it. Then I'd be like, yeah, Pope, give me it. And I'd be like,
I would love to know if somebody just calls him Pope. Yeah, Pope, give me the car.
No, I think it'd be nice if you give me a little. No, just think like a purple and green Lamborghini would be nice.
I've always thought white Lamborghinis are lovely. But then again, if you put Lamborghini in any colour, I think it's nice.
No.
Seriously.
Like indigo?
Anything.
Teal?
Yeah, probably.
Teal?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
You have to.
In fact, you know what? I don't know if a poo brown one would be nice.
No, and the green poo brown though.
I don't think that'd be nice. But,
that's just weird.
Yeah,
Fair enough. If anybody wins that Pokemon,
I have no idea how we ended up on that.
Ice hockey.
Oh yes, that's right.
Because everything ice hockey related leads to the Pope and there's the
Obviously.
Lamborghini car that everyone can win.
Yeah.
I think I've never seen the Giants once myself.
Have you not?
Only once. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you should go.
No.
It's not very expensive.
No, I know, but like I said, ice hockey just sort of bores me at some points.
Yeah, I mean, we went and we just got some snacks and stuff, and it was good.
Well, what else are you meant to do though? You sort of watch what happens, and then when someone scores, you cheer, and then you find out it's the wrong team, so you don't cheer anymore.
You get beaten up.
Yeah,
you have to fight your way home.
There was a guy from Canada the time I went, and he was like, "Do you know what's going on?" I was like,
"No."
Do you not know what's going on? Because that stereotypical thing where like, if you're from Canada, you must know exactly what everything happens in
ice hockey.
In ice hockey, yeah.
Oh, it's a good wee day out, and it's another wee winter sport, and that was my surprise episode on.
Surprise episode. Well, I was surprised and surprisingly cold.
Yeah.
It's very chilly.
So that was a wee one on snow. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun. Nice hearing about the snow and how it changes.
Hopefully you learned a wee bit about snow.
I mean, I know everything about snow.
I know it all.
I am a geographer.
I even know where snow came from.
I'm a geographicologist. That's what I am.
Yeah.
I'm a snowologist, so I know where the snow came from, how it got here, and the variables it takes.
And who invented it?
John Snowglobe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's his. Yeah.
God's penis.
God's penis. Just slaps off a cloud and it just goes. Rains upon it, yeah.
Sorry, Chicago. It's been a while.
That's disgusting. I didn't mean it like that, by the way.
You did.
I didn't though.
Yes, you did.
I didn't. I just meant it hit off a cloud and the cloud just rained it down. I didn't mean he did that. That's disgusting.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about hitting a cloud too.
You are. You are. You're making me out to be an Egypt now as well.
Oh,
that's not even fair.
So you're wee surprised next week?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I think it's picking itself here. It's got to be snow.
What?
Before it's snow.
What?
What you're saying? How does this whole hitting the cloud work? I'm gonna need more information.
No, I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna be yet.
Good, because it's a surprise.
It's gonna be a surprise for me too.
Don't tell anyone yet.
No, it'll be on the day. I'll be like, surprise! I got nothing for you. That's what'll happen.
How roses are made.
What, the chocolate?
The chocolate.
Oh,
not the flowers.
There's some over there if you want one.
Oh, yeah.
There's roses and heroes.
No, I'm okay. That's why. I just see
That's
them.
what you said. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna Google how the roses are made, but maybe I might pick a little thing that I know something about. Maybe.
Okay. No clues, but that's fine.
Well, I don't have anything, so I'm not gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna give you any clues.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll find out next week.
Will we?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay.
So
if you say so.
We'll leave Snow there, and we will.
All right, John.
We'll catch you in the next one, folks.
Bye.